To begin, make a chain that measures 6 to 7 centimeters. I have made 13 chains measuring 7 centimeters. Then to begin working, skip the first chain. You skip this first chain, you go through the second chain and make a single crochet. Go through the next chain space, make a single crochet. Go through the next chain space, make a single crochet. Go through the next chain space, make a single crochet. Continue making one single crochet into every chain space until the end of the chain. One single crochet into every chain space until the end. At the end, to begin the second round, you chain one and turn. After turning, beginning from this very first stitch, make a single crochet. Go through the next stitch, make a single crochet. Go through the next stitch, make a single crochet, and continue making one single crochet into every stitch until the end of row 2. One single crochet into every stitch until the end this way. At the end, to begin the next round, I'm beginning round 3, you chain one and turn. After turning, we repeat row 2. Beginning from this very first stitch, make a single crochet. Go through the next stitch, make a single crochet, just like the previous row. Go through the next, make a single crochet, and continue making one single crochet into every stitch until the end. Make one single crochet into every stitch until the end, and that is what we repeat. You chain one and turn. After turning, beginning from the very first stitch, make one single crochet into every stitch across until the end. At the end, you chain one and turn. Continue making one single crochet into every stitch across until the number of rows that you make is the length of foot from heel to toe times 2. Times 2 because we are going to fold into 2 at the end. Then this height of 6 to 7 centimeters that we started with is this height from here up to here. And the length, this number of rows, is the length of foot from heel to toe times 2. Each of these visible lines represent 2 rows of single crochets, so I have 25 lines which represent 50 rows of single crochets. I was making this for a 1-year-old. The length from foot to toe is 5 inches. 5 inches times 2, that is 10 inches. So I made 50 rows of single crochets measuring 10 inches. Then when you are done making your desired length, you chain one and cut a long tail. You cut a long tail that we are going to use in sewing together. When folding, you can fold from either side because both sides look the same. After folding into 2, I'm going to sew across here until I have about 3 centimeters remaining. That is, from here to here is 3 centimeters. I'm going to sew across until I have about 3 centimeters remaining. You go through the corresponding stitches and sew across until you have about 3 centimeters remaining to finish. Continue sewing until you have about 3 centimeters remaining. When you have sewn across and you have about 3 centimeters remaining from here to here, first I will secure this yarn here by going through this stitch twice this way. Then the remaining stitches, I go in and out of all these stitches, making a zigzag pattern. You go in and out of all these stitches, making a zigzag pattern. You go in and out of all the stitches, making a zigzag pattern. Go in and out of all the stitches, making a zigzag pattern until you come to this stitch where you started. Then pull to close the hole. You pull tightly to close the hole. Then make a few stitches here to secure this yarn before cutting it. You tighten before cutting. Then you come to this side. This will be the heel of this shoe. I'm going to sew across. You sew across until you have about 2 centimeters remaining. The other side was about 3 centimeters. Now this side is about 2 centimeters. So continue sewing across until you have about 2 centimeters remaining to finish. Then when you have these 2 centimeters remaining, you first secure this yarn this way. Then the remaining stitches, you go in and out of all these remaining stitches like we did the other side. You go in and out of all the remaining stitches, making a zigzag pattern. You go in and out of all these stitches. Go in and out of all these stitches, making a zigzag pattern until you come to where you started. Then you pull to close this hole. You pull to close this hole. Fasten this yarn and secure it here. Then cut the excess. When you are done with this side and this one, you come to this upper part. Then I'm going to count 6 visible lines beginning from the back here. Each of these lines represents 2 rows of single crochets, and I'm going to count 6 lines. And after the 6th line, I'm marking here. Also from this other side, I count 6 lines. So those are 12 rows of single crochets on either side. Then at the front here, I have 13 visible lines. I'm going to make a zigzag pattern in all these lines. I'm going in and out of all these stitches at the front here. Make a zigzag pattern by going in and out of all these stitches until you get to the stitch marker. Make a zigzag pattern until you get to this stitch marker. Then I'm going to remove this stitch marker. Pull these 2 ends of my yarn. Pull to close the hole at the front here. Then tie tightly the 2 pieces to secure this yarn. You tie tightly, then cut the excess. And that is it. So you turn this inside out. This is what I have. You can leave it at this point or you can add some accessory. That marks the end of this tutorial. Thank you for watching. Make another shoe the same way. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please like my video. Then I will see you in the next tutorial.